What's up everyone, TerraQuake here, and welcome back to our Pokemon Omega Ruby walkthrough. In the last part, we took down Flannery, the 4th gym leader over in Laveridge Town. And now we can, well, we could go to the 5th gym, just straight up, back to Petalburg City, take on the normal type gym. However, if you remember at the end, we got the Go Goggles from May, and that's going to allow us to venture into the desert section of Route 111. Yeah, if you remember, like, when we first came through here, like, the Sandstorm was too much for our eyes, but now we're all good to go. So this is a completely optional area, but you know, you don't have to check it out, but it offers a nice little break in between gyms. You can get some extra training. There's new Pokemon to find in here and all that good stuff. We'll start by picking up this item, and I'm kind of just going to work from like north to south, I think. You know, this doesn't lead you anywhere else. There is the exit up to Route 112 right there, but other than that, it's basically just a dead end. Speaking of all the Pokemon here, though, some new ones you can get are Sandshrew, Trapinch, Cacnea, and Baltoy. Yeah, if you're looking for a ground type, this is where you're going to want to be. You really can't go wrong with, you know, Sandslash, Claydol, or Flygon's probably the best of them. Flygon's got a lot of hype right now because I know people are trying to see it get a Mega in Legend ZA. But yeah, I've got a Hopper out here, you know, hopping up and down, doing his thing, and golly, that did a lot because it was a crit. There is going to be a Raging Sandstorm as well, which is pretty annoying. So if you don't have a Rock, Ground, or Steel type out on the field, be prepared for that. And we miss... Oh, come on. We miss Psybeam, so now I'm going to die because of that. Seriously? That is so... Oh, this early in the episode and the game's already tested me. Really? Really? Alright, well, the good news is there is that old lady at the house on Route 112 that's right next to this place, so you don't got to go all the way back to, like, Mauville to heal up. That is so... Oh, that just... Dude. Psybeam? Really? Whatever. Geico gets up a level. Yay. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Cacnea either if you're looking for, like, a cool Grass and Dark type. We used a Cacturn in the original Pokemon Ruby walkthrough, and it worked out just fine, so yeah, really all 4 of these mons are good options. But yeah, if you don't want to check out the desert, as I said, you can talk to May in Laveridge Town and go straight on back to Petalburg City, because, you know, she'll just teleport you straight there. You don't gotta do all the walking yourself. But because this is a walkthrough, I want to check out this place, that's for sure. But yeah, let's heal up with the creepy old lady, because that dude, oh man, somehow avoided my Psybeam. Oh, now, see, I'm not standing for that. Next trainer's getting all the smoke. Also, another reason why you may not want to skip out on this place is because this is where you get one of the 2 fossils in this game. You know, you can either get Anorith or Lileep. So yeah, personally, I don't know about y'all, but I've always thought Anorith was just like the clear better option, at least for like a regular playthrough, because, I don't know, Anorith is just more of an attacker. I feel like it's more well-rounded. Lileep and Cradily, I feel like they don't get great moves, and, you know, they're more kind of bulky and whatnot. But yeah, we're kind of making our way to the top right, and yeah, here they are. Here are the fossils. So Root Fossil is going to be Lileep, and then the Claw Fossil is going to be Anorith. And, you know, eventually you'll get either Cradily or Armaldo. And yeah, Lileep's a Rock Grass type, Anorith is a Bug Rock. So the other one's going to sink into the sand. Oh no, I mean, you know, that's how it goes in most Pokemon games. However, in the post-game, I'm pretty sure you can get the second one, so that's pretty nice, you know. You can get both fossils in one copy, which is very nice. And oh golly, here's another Sandslash. I'm already getting flashbacks. All right, here we go. This is time for redemption, Hopper. Come on, man, you got this. You know, I want you to get this dub. You're about to level up and everything. Come on now. Are you... No, 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 no. We can't be doing this. I'm convinced someone's like, you know, watching me play right now and just like hacking the game as I go. Did this thing get 5 Fury Swipes too? Oh, you can't. You can't make this up. You could be getting ready for a theatrical performance, trying to write the script, and you could not write this down, bro. It's just, it's that bad out here. Geico, get in here. I need some insurance. All right, bro, I need some insurance bad. It's bad right now. It's bad. Yeah, and then it's got Sand Tomb, too. Remember, Sand Tomb will, like, trap you in and stuff. Like, man, if this thing couldn't get any more annoying. But let's hit it with the Leaf Blade. And, man, I hope we don't see any more stupid Sandslashes, even though I'm pretty sure we do. So, isn't that lovely? Gosh, the Leaf Blade didn't even kill. We're, like, 8 levels above, too. Am I sleeping on Sandslash? Like, Like, what's going on here? Did he hit 5 times? Okay, he hit 4. That's just bad. It is bad, bad, bad. Okay, get me out of this battle, man. I'm good. There's so many animations between the Sandstorm and the Sand Tomb and the 5-turn Fury swipes. I'm making these trainers seem harder than they should be. I mean, come on, we just beat Flannery, and we're over here struggling with some campers and picnickers. Alright, he did get up a level Power Gem. I'll drop Psych Up. I'm never going to use Psych Up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That Spoink gets a rock-type move, I guess. Pretty neat. And are you trying to get Rest, too? Nah, I'm good on Rest. This ain't no hardcore Nuzlocke. I don't need it. But yeah, seeing campers and picnickers here reminds me of... Man, this is one of Leroy's, like, great... I don't know if you can call it a rant, but I just remember the episode in his Sapphire walkthrough where he came through here and saw the campers and picnickers. He just went on and on about, like... And it's valid, too, you know, why these people are having a, you know, camp or a picnic in a sandstorm in the middle of a desert. Like, what are they doing? You know, whoever was the group planner for this trip did not do a good job. They didn't know where in the world they were going. All right, let's take on this kid right here. He has a Graveler, I think. Okay, yeah, I misjudged then. I thought this was going to be the person with the cacti. That's why I put Slugma to the front. I'm just doing everything wrong today. I can't do anything right, man. All right, I'll switch out. We will get Pelipper in since Grovile's a little weakened. Also, I do find it kind of cool that on the bottom screen you can see like the Sandstorm kind of blowing past or going over like where it says Pokemon and Run and all that stuff. That's kind of a neat addition. Doesn't mean I like the Sandstorm. Thank goodness, though, this is the only area in the game where there's a Sandstorm. You know, you've got some rainy routes later on in the game, but yeah, this is the only spot with a Sandstorm. So after this episode, we are done. We don't got to deal with this again, unless, you know, someone sets up a Sandstorm in a battle, obviously. All right, down goes that kid's Graveler. And yeah, as I said, we're making our way south. There is going to be something worth noting at the bottom of the desert, which I'll get into once we get there. But yeah, for now, I'm kind of just zigzagging. I'm not going to lie, dude. Look at the Go Goggles. That's kind of sick, though. They got, like, the red lens on them. Like, okay. You know, we got our bid on here, huh, man? I mean, I'd rock these outside of the desert. It does kind of stink. I mean, you can't wear these outside the desert, I don't think. So, yeah, they just immediately come off when you leave. All right, here's another picnicker. I wonder which one of these trainers was the group planner, because that's why they're all separated right now. They're all just mad at each other because they planned this whole trip and then they didn't realize it was storming or sandstorming. So yeah, Sandstorm also reminds me of that one song, though. You know, the Sandstorm song. I can't really do it. I'm not even gonna try to do it. I'm not gonna embarrass myself like that. Ain't no way. It's the one that South Carolina plays at the start of all their football games, and I don't know how many people are gonna get that, but hey man, what can I say? Okay, so this guy's gonna give you the safety goggles. Now, what does he say about that? Yeah, so you can protect yourself from, I think, weather hazards, because that is a held item, so you can protect yourselves from stuff like weather in battle. Or maybe it's not weather. I don't know, man. Look, I ain't no VGC competitive player. Let's get to the Ruined Maniac right here, who's got a ball toy. Yay, something different from a Sandslash, thank goodness. Yeah, ball toy's part psychic. Evolves into Claydol, pretty tanky mon. I mean, again, can't go wrong with really any of the wild mons out here. But it is not stab with Ancient Power, so yeah, that Ancient Power didn't do a whole lot. And honestly, Turbo should be good to stay in, hopefully get to level 29. Ooh, Mud Slap, I bet you I missed because of that. Watch, just watch, it's gonna happen. Okay. I got ahead of myself there. I jumped the gun, as they say. But yeah, we'll get to level 29, which is nice, and we can go into somebody else because this guy also has a Sandslash. Ooh, you're trying to get Rock Slide? Yeah, I'll get rid of Ancient Power. No point in having both. That'll become a stab move once we evolve, so I'll probably keep Rock Slide for a good bit. But yeah, out comes a Sandslash. We'll go back into Rio. He's dealing with these mons out here pretty well. Yeah, I guess if you just walk around with a water or grass type, you're going to have an easy time. Now, keep in mind, the next gym is a normal type gym back in Petalburg City, so normal's only weak to... Oh, golly, I talk up Pelipper, and then he misses Brine and gets poisoned. Guys, I don't know what to do. Yo, anyone got suggestions for my team? Like, do I need to take them to some, like... Do I need to take them to the gym? Like, I'm talking like the physical gym, like in real life, because they need some help. You know, they don't know what they're doing out here on the battlefield, man. Like, let me know. Any suggestions in the comments? Anyways, yeah, normal's only weak to fighting, so if you don't have a fighting type, you know, you're probably going to be stuck just brute forcing your way through. And there's not a whole lot of fighting types you can have at this point in the game, if I'm not mistaken. You know, you had Machop and Makuhita earlier. I'm sure there's a couple others I'm completely forgetting. But other than that, we're going to make our way all the way down to the bottom and pick up the TM4. Whoa! No way. The TM for what? Sandstorm. In the Sandstorm route? I would have never seen it coming. Right here, though, this little mound of rocks, you can see it kind of zooms out once you're up next to it. This is going to be one of the ruins where the Regis sits. You can't do anything with the Regis right now, but later on in the game, definitely, you know, make sure you check it out. Also, there's one more trainer that I can't find right now. Where's bro at? Where's bro at? Did I miss him? It's a black belt, too. You know, he should kind of stand out in his, like, white clothing. Unless Bulbapedia straight up lying to me? Nah, there's no way, right? Where is this guy? Don't tell me. I just assumed he was going to be down here somewhere. We must have missed him way back up top, I think, then. And, you know, this is annoying, too, because I'm having to waste super repels doing this and whatnot. Did I really miss him back up here somewhere? Oh, nah, see, Bulbapedia's got to be lying to me. There's no way. Oh, yeah, there's no way. We busted Bulbapedia right there. There was not a black belt trainer on this route. I mean, I can double check real quick. Oh, man, I found this guy. It is this clear slope that you can ride up with the Mach Bike that somehow I just kept running past. And, yeah, the black belt will be right over here, so let's take him on. Gosh, that's bad. Look, I'll take the blame on that one. I should have known he was up that slope. It was kind of annoying, though. I had to go back and get the Mach Bike from Mauville City, because if you remember, we had the Acro Bike earlier when we were going through the Jagged Pass. But yeah, he's got a Machoke, so shouldn't be a problem here for Spoink. And yeah, it's still sandstorming up here on this slope. It's just never going to go away. But this is the last battle. We got to see it. Thank goodness. Also, there's that Hex Maniac. And I forget what she does. I have an idea of what she does. If it has to do with having the two bikes at the same time, then I guess I was right. I don't know. We could talk to her real quick. But yeah, down goes... Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce that guy's name. And I don't think there's any items up here. There's a cool little secret base spot if you're interested. But yeah, this Hex Maniac... yeah, okay, so I think you have to talk to her in the post-game. You have to talk to her, and then I think there's one other NPC you got to talk to. And if you do that, that's what allows you to have both bikes. For now, though, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, we are done with Route 111. Good to be out of there. Next time, we're taking on the Petalburg City Gym. For now, though, I hope y'all enjoyed. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and until then, deuces.